If you find a dead planet, but if you open the red screen, you can see a heating circuit on the surface. Then what you see may not be a light, but a thing that civilization is leaking. Exhaust heat. The reason is simple. As a civilization, as long as you continue to work and consume energy, exhaust heat will be excreted. Whether it is a machine, a computer, or an industry, there will be inevitable heat dissipation. You can understand it as a universal tax. But this is not a rule, but a physical law. So there is a special way of thinking about looking for extraterrestrial civilization. That is, in addition to the visible light, there is also the invisible heat. Although some activities in the natural world will also heat up, this heat will be more chaotic, random, and can usually match the terrain. For example, it appears along the volcanic belt, broken layer, and the coastline. In contrast, the exhaust heat generated by civilization will be distributed in a regular, grid-like manner, or leave a mark of heat that is different from natural heat. Of course, heat signals may not all point to heat. Sometimes, what you see may also be a burning graveyard. Some civilizations may have already evacuated or exterminated, but as long as the energy chain is not broken, the remaining automated devices will continue to operate. They don't need lights or responses, they just send heat out. In this case, the fixed grid on the page can only be considered evidence that civilization once existed. Speaking of which, you may find a problem. Since exhaust heat cannot be avoided, does our Earth also expose itself in the same way? In theory, if the wisdom of life is common, then high-level civilizations may see a lot of repeated civilizational heat evidence in space, including the Earth with their extremely sensitive external technology. But an interesting paradox is that when you already know the commonality of civilization, the difference in cognition will tell you that you may also become a prey discovered by higher-level civilizations. So based on this, mature civilizations may not necessarily pursue being seen. On the contrary, they may have long regarded visibility as a risk indicator. The lights can be turned off, the radio can be muted, the buildings can even be buried deep into the sea and the ground, and the outline can be touched to the natural sound just to pursue a safe and long-term civilization development. And this may also be an explanation of the paradox of waste rice. There is no wisdom civilization in the universe. It's just that the more advanced civilizations are, the more they know how to hide themselves.